Hi, I hope you're having an amazing day today. Today I'm going to be sharing with you, as you can tell from the title, an unboxing gone wrong. This is not by any means a rant or anything angry or anything like that at all. I have asked in the past if y'all would like to see these type of videos, and the overwhelming response is always yes. Very rarely do I film them though, because usually when I get an item that is messed up, it goes back the exact same day. I did wait a few days on this one because I was planning on completely unboxing this live, and we had some things go on the past few days where I just have not had a chance to sit down and film. So I went ahead and looked at it, and I noticed quite a few flaws on this bag. So I am going to tell you what I feel about this bag, if I feel like it's worth it, if it's worth it to exchange it, and I am going to compare it to the larger one. Before we get into all of that, if you're new to my channel, my name is Melinda. If you're returning, welcome back. I would love it if you would just take one moment and hit that subscribe button down below, and let's get into this. So I want to show you how it came. First of all, it came in the biggest box I have ever seen, and in that box was another box, so I could tell it was brand new. It has the Saint Laurent information here on the side, so I don't think it had been used or anything like that. I think it's brand new. Came in this giant dust bag, and I noticed immediately what was wrong with the bag, and I went and showed it to my husband, and he immediately said, wow, there's a lot of defects on that. And he's not a nitpicky person. I'm not as nitpicky as I used to be, but when you're paying a lot of money, and I'll tell you what I paid for this bag, I don't think you should have flaws, and I've said that with many brands. Out of every brand I have ever purchased from, I'm just going to be completely honest with y'all, the one I have had the most quality issues with is Saint Laurent, and that is why it took me such a long time to add them to my collection. The ones that I have, I think are in, they're great shape, they're great quality, but if you're like me and you don't have a boutique near you, and this was not a store that I could request pictures from, this might be helpful for you. If you have a boutique near you, I would not have brought this bag home with me, and that is the smaller size Rive Gauche tote, and the color, I am blanking out on the color. I will write the color down below, but it is like a two-tone color, and it is beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. Many of you know that I have the larger size. I got that last year in Miami to use as a pool beach bag, and I thought that this lighter color would be really fun, even though I feel like that one's summery. I will show it to you in a moment, but I thought the lighter color would be fun. We're going to Cabo San Lucas later this year. Possibly I'm going back with some girlfriends in January, and since it'll just be me on some of these trips, the first one my husband would go on, but it would be easier for me to carry a smaller bag. So I'll get into what I used my larger one for more than in just a moment, but let's just go over some of the features of the bag. I'll get into the price. I'm going to share mod shots of both, side by sides of both. Like there's things that I did not capture that I don't know that my camera will get. So again, it is the small size. I'll put the color down below so I don't have to stop it. This bag currently with their new price increase is $1,550. I did get it pre-price increase, and I will link that down below if that website still has it pre-price increase, because you may want it no matter what I feel about it. I also got 15% off, so I got $1,181.50 as my price pre-tax. So that's not bad considering all of these things today and how expensive they are. But before it even got here, I honestly was sitting there thinking, because my friend had bought one and she's like, it's the same size as our Sunshine Shopper Tote. Try to say that really fast. And it is the same size. I actually did not bring that one out, but maybe I'll put in a little footage later. But I was like, does this add anything to the table? But before I could even decide if it added anything to the table, I'm going to try to show you some of the flaws right now. There is just little furry bits all over the bag that's just sticking out, and I feel like would snag extremely easily. It was very easy to see with the naked eye. That's what my husband picked up on right away. The other flaw, and I will try to show that with the camera, it comes a little bit of stuffing in here. The other flaw, well, you can just see it right now. Do you see how that is rounded up right there? So even with pushing it out, it just keeps popping back up. Like there it is out a little bit, but you can you can see, I'm trying to say V and C at the same time, but you can see there's quite the V there. So it doesn't sit flat. Had I kept this, or I'd still have it. If I was keeping this, I would definitely get an organizer from Zimone. Anytime I have an open tote bag like this, I do end up with an organizer. It does have a back zippered pocket that is pretty generous, and it does come with the little booklet. I get asked that a lot if you're purchasing from other sites. Usually they do. Many of you might have seen the video. I just recently returned 2 medium Nikki bags that were both white. They both had the authenticity card, and I had purchased the taupe small Lulu, and it did not. The Nikki bags were both defective, and I put a small clip, and I don't remember what video, but like I said, I usually don't take the time to sit down and film. So I'm going to show this to you on me now and let you see what it looks like, and I'm going to show you the one that I have. So let me insert those clips. Okay, so I was editing and I lost the entire second half of the video. So I'm going to try to remember what I was saying there. I just shared the mod shots. The color is beige and sea salt. I looked that up. I am going to insert really quickly right now a clip of this next to my Fendi Sunshine Shopper Tote, and I see why I was so drawn to this color. I do think the color is very, very pretty. So let's continue on with some of the things that I think are flaws. So I showed you how it's next to impossible to make this bottom flat. I will share my large one and tell you about that in just a moment. If I had an organizer for this, that would work, but we'll get into that in just a second. The linen, and I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but I did take footage of it. It is completely see-through on these side panels. Completely see-through. The bottom is not, but both sides are. And it is really rough feeling. It feels cheap. I'm just gonna say it, it feels cheap. And on the inside, these side panels feel plasticky. The front and the back, they feel fine, but like I said, there's so many little bitty fuzzies, and I mean, it's everywhere, all over the bag. So I'm gonna show you my larger one. So I just showed you the mod shots of that. So I do have my organizer in here, and I love this with an organizer, but on the mod shots, and when I show, and I'm going to show this in just a moment, I'm going to show them side by side on my bed. There's no organizer in this, just so you can get a proper comparison. So a quick disclaimer, because I know a lot of people are doing like full-on long organizer ad videos. This is not an ad. This was gifted from Zimone. They have never once asked me to post anything on Instagram or to make a video. Not once. I show them because I actually think they're fabulous, and especially if you have an open top tote like this, you have a zipper, you have organization. I have a coupon code, I will put it below. I do not make commission, it is not affiliate. I have never made $1 from Zimone, but they've always been kind enough to gift one to me. So what brought up the organizer is because I wanted to share this with you. So I purchased this one in, I cannot remember if I've already said this or not, but in Miami. I wanted this for the pool. My husband wanted to get me a nice beach bag. So as you can see, this one folds flat too, which I think is one of the best features of these bags, because when I traveled back to Miami, I, put this in a suitcase. I didn't have to deal with it getting it on the plane, because it is a very big bag. But this one, from day one, when you push it down, it stays down and it sits upright. So that's why I wanted to show you that I do not have the organizer in it. And how would you know that if you bought that on a trip and you wanted to use it? I mean, it's gonna face plant unless it's like really full of stuff. So I'm also gonna show, I'm gonna put in a clip right now. I always get asked if my MacBook Pro fits in a bag. I never bring my computer with me anywhere, but it fits very easily. And then I have my large Gauche Ophidia pouch. So both of those in this takes up pretty much all of the real estate. And I'm going to show it to you again in the larger one, and that one clearly, fits way, way, way more. So this one I got, like I said, we're going to Cabo. We've already been to Miami this year. We might go back to Miami again this year. I might go back to Cabo again in January. So, but this one is what I wanted it for, a pool beach bag. It's also great for travel, and you can easily make this a weekender bag. But when there's the two of us, it's nice. We've taken it to the pool here. I can get the towels, both of our hats, water bottles. The capacity of this one I like a lot better than the capacity of this one for what I personally want to use it for. I see why I like this one so much, like I said, when it's next to my Fendi, but if I was going to use it as a handbag, I'd reach for that Fendi every single day over this one, because it also has a detachable leather shoulder strap. So if you start to get tired when you're out and about. This one, I was a little concerned because it's straw. There is no snagging, nothing fraying, nothing sticking out on this one on either side. And like I said, this has been on a few trips. It has been in a suitcase. I did put it in a dust bag when I put it in the suitcase, but it's been fabulous. This one is just not gonna work. So the question is, would I exchange this? Is it worth it to exchange this? The current price, and like I said, that website may still have it for $13.90, but the current price of $1,550, no. It's not worth it to me. With tax, I paid $1,296, so $1,300. Absolutely not worth $1,300. I would rather go get a piece of fine jewelry. This is just going to be worrisome. What if my engagement ring snags it? What if? It's also very, very light, and like feels icky. This just feels icky. I'm sorry, it feels cheap. It really does. And it is cheap. It's just not for me. I will say, out of every luxury brand that I have ever purchased, I have had the most quality issues from Saint Laurent. I've had 3 in the past 2 months, the 2 Nickies and this one. I can't count how many bags I have sent back before. What was the one I first kept? It was the YSL Mini Lou camera bag in the dark smog. That was the first one I kept. Then it was a very, very, very long time, and I got the camera bag and the college bag and this one. And I think, unless I'm mistaken, I think that might be all of them. I'm trying to picture my closet, but yeah, I think I might be done with YSL. I like the bags that I have, but it's really so hit and miss with them for me. And I mean, we're talking for years and years and years. And I've gotten some great sales when they used to go through their sales. But yeah, I just feel like it's too delicate. I mean, it doesn't open up. I mean, that's just ridiculous right there. That's just annoying and ridiculous. I don't know. But yeah, that's how I am feeling about these two. I will link this one if I can find it. This one is no longer on their website, but I think this one is just, it's worth it. I think the bigger size is worth it. I think if you want a smaller tote, that there's just better options out there. I have never tried the Chloe Woody totes, so I'm not sure about those, but I will be doing a review of all of my totes coming up pretty soon. That when I did my request on Instagram, many of you requested that one, so that's coming. That's just time-consuming video to get all of that out and to do the comparisons and the mod shots and all that. Like I said, I've had a lot of things going on in my life lately and not a lot of time for myself or to film. But yeah, for me, this is a hardcore no, but I do think it's absolutely beautiful. And again, I will, if I can find the older price, I will link it for you down below, because fuzzies may not bother you. We all feel differently about things. You know, we all just, we do. And when you're spending, I mean, at some point, you know, I read where people are like, it's not that big of a deal, just keep it with a flaw. But at some point when you're spending $1,300 on a bag, and my 2 Marc Jacobs mini tote bags, one of them I got with a coupon code, one of them I paid full price. So we'll go with the full price one. That one with tax was $411. And there is absolutely not a single thing wrong with that bag. So I would expect one for $1,300 to be a lot better than one for $411. And it just goes to show, and I've been talking about this a lot on my channel lately, just because it has the price tag and it has the designer name doesn't always make it better. So that's just how I feel. I hope this was helpful. Like I said, I don't have a boutique, a YSL boutique here. I do have a Nordstrom here. Well, I don't. We have a Nordstrom. Everybody here has a Nordstrom. It's not mine. But our Nordstrom here does carry a few YSL bags. But I have not been in a while, and they don't ever have a very large selection, so it's just easier for me to shop online. But again, it's not a big deal. It's going to go into a box. I got a prepaid label, and it is going back today. And in the future, you know, I will 100% admit this was a little bit of a impulse buy. And had I really pulled out my Fendi and looked at this and looked at the Fendi and really thought this through, that it's linen and fabric and, you know, it just, you know, I probably would not have purchased it. But just wanted to share that with you. So anyways, I hope you have an amazing day today. Take care. Bye-bye.